Question is, to be specific, when Jesus performed, like, let's look at the wonder of walking on water. Did he in any way access his divine nature?
Well, it seems like he, in Philippians 2, he says he gave up the privileges of his divine nature.
Okay.
But it might be that God the Father gave him the power to do that, or he did access his divine nature to do those things. It's not really clear. Although you notice one thing about Jesus, very interesting, that when he does miracles, he doesn't actually pray and ask God to help him.
Right.
You know, he just does it.
Yeah.
Right? Which is demonstrating that he does have a divine nature.
Okay, so you're, from that statement, I'm taking that you're saying by him performing miracles, then it's evidence of his divine nature. Okay. Can I ask a follow-up question?
It's one of his evidences, but yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So if that's the case, then why have him be baptized by the Holy Spirit?
Well, that's a question that theologians differ over. It could be that he was just inaugurating his mission, and he was demonstrating to everybody that he was going to fulfill prophecy, because there was going to be a forerunner to him, which turned out to be John the Baptist.
Right.
And that he was showing as an example of what they needed to do. He didn't need to have his sins forgiven because he was sinless. Yeah.
No, right. Yeah, so it's just, okay.
It's kind of a speculative question or a speculative answer because it doesn't really say why.
I know.
But theologians have thought about it and have suggested that.
Hence my questions, because I'm like, wrestling with that. Because also, if he then tapped into that divine nature in order to perform the miraculous, it would negate his ability to teach from the position of experience, right? Because he's walking with an experience that would be different from like the experience that we walk in.
Well, he learned just like we learned, because Luke 2:52 says he grew in knowledge, but he just never sinned. Right. So as a man, his knowledge increased. And of course, whenever you ask a question about Jesus, you always have to ask two questions. Because people will say, well, how could Jesus be God if he didn't know when he was coming back? He didn't know when he was coming back as man, but he did know as God. Did Jesus get hungry? As man, yes. As God, no. Did Jesus know all things? As man, no. As God, yes. You always have to ask two questions.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay. Appreciate your answer.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.